Welcome back, Colorcast. It's the Swinging Blindly podcast with me, Blaise Bryant. And on the other side of the line is the man with a plan who roots for a team of the late legend named Stan. And it's never unusual for him to be on deck after I strike out, PJ Geary.
Oh man, it's always good to be talking some ball with my good pal Blaise here. Yeah, and as we always say, we're swinging blindly for the fences, and we don't give a crap where it goes, whether we hit it, whether it goes over the wall. Who cares?
Yeah. Oh, PJ, I just got some breaking news.
Oh, breaking news.
We have a guest that'll be joining us very briefly in about 5 minutes or so.
Oh, no way.
This guest is very high profile.
Do I know this person?
You do not know them, but you have heard them. Yes.
I've heard them.
You have heard them.
Heard of them or heard them?
No, you have heard them.
Oh, wow. I have no idea what's about to happen.
Well, I just... You know me, I sometimes like the element of surprise and throwing it into the show here. Facebook.com/
You rascal.
Yeah. Facebook.com/ Swinging Blindly Podcast.
You rascal. Twitter is at Swinging Blindly. It's just Swinging Blindly. Swinging Blindly Pod, sorry. Swinging Blindly Pod.
Oh, it's Swinging Blindly Pod, okay.
Do I have that wrong? I'm sorry.
I thought it was just at Swinging Blindly.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that we got that, yes. So that's on me. I'm sorry.
All
Swinging
good.
Blindly. Long day, tragedy day. But now you're throwing this special guest at me. I don't know what to think.
Actually,
Swinging Blindly on Twitter.
Yeah, well, and, condolences. We got to give condolences to our buddy Brett.
Yes,
and
Sean, which is more so. I just we don't have to get too into it, but just a shout out to our buddies Brett and Sean who call in fairly regularly and listen at the very least. They lost a cat today, and it's always no matter how it happens, it's always a tough thing, and we stand with them, and our thoughts. I think I could speak for you. Go out to them and hope the mourning process isn't too long and isn't too grave. So because this too shall pass.
Yeah, absolutely. Condolences to the Monroe family, and if you've ever been through losing a pet, both of us have, and it's not easy. I mean, you get so attached to them, and they feel like family. Yep. I mean, not feel like family members. They are family members, and
the worst flaw. I know this is a baseball podcast, but the worst flaw of these pets, like a domesticated cat or dog, or what have you, their worst flaw is that they don't live long enough, and whether it's by natural means or by, something like this, by it no matter what, it will always be tough. So it's just a shout out to the pets out there. Shout out to the Monroes, and we here at Swinging Blindly are sending our thoughts out to them for sure.
Absolutely. Okay, PJ, I just we have a guest. You're not going to believe this, my guy. So this is why I didn't really tell you about this, because it just kind of happened. Joining us is longtime legendary WFAN sports talk show host. He is part of the he was part of the Mike and the Mad Dog show.
What?
It's not the Mad Dog. We've got Mike. We've got Mike Francesa here, PJ. Mike, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. I heard about your podcast, Swinging Blindly, and wait a second. I thought it would sound. I wanted to take a fly on it since now I have a podcast with Bet Rivers Sportsbook. You can hear it every Monday at 9 a.m. I don't have an app anymore, so I gotta figure out. Mons, where do these go?
Oh my god. Oh no.
All right, clowns, goodbye.
Oh no! See, he cut me off on my own show. He cut me off.
Oh, of course he did.
Oh no! Oh, wait, we got Mad Dog now.
Hello, PJ and Blaise. It's swinging blindly. Last time I swung blindly was when I was in college, and I was winging for myself, and I swung blindly.
Oh man. Well, I mean, goodbye.
Yeah. How can you talk about baseball? You don't know anything about Joe DiMaggio. You never talk about DiMaggio. You never talk about Ted Williams. You never talk about Al Kaline. You never talk about Mickey Williams, Juan Marichal, Warren Spahn. You never talk about any of them.
You never talk Willie McCovey. Oh my goodness. Oh man.
And did you know about Willie McCovey? When he was 6 years old, his grandmother called him Bear.
Oh man, I can't believe we were blessed to have both Francesa and Mad Dog on the Swing Blindly podcast show. That's amazing, Blaise. I don't even want to ask how you were able to secure those quips from two legends like that.
I'm back.
Oh, Francesa's back. Oh
yeah.
man.
Yeah, I heard dogs, so I
King
figured I just heard dogs, so I came back for a little reunion. Went to Shake Shack with him. You know, the burger's good, but it's the bread.
My tweet right now, we were talking to Mike and the Mad Dog. I mean, right? I mean, do we still wait? Do we still have you, Dog, King of New York, Mike? Do we have you guys? Either one of you? Anything else you want? What do you say about the Yankees, Mike?
Well, they're doing pretty good. You know, they've gotten a little bit lucky. What are they now? 22-8. And Tyone, he did what he usually does. You know, 5 innings. You can't expect very much from him. But Mike, that's what he has done for his career. Did you know that his longest start was when he was in Little League? He went 7 innings.
Oh man, wait! Can both? I didn't even know we could have two guests at the same time here. Can both of you just not, relax for a second? Mad Dog, what are your thoughts on the Yankees? Thoughts on the Giants? Thoughts on just thoughts on baseball in general?
I wish the Yankees were playing this well. I mean, it does help. It does help New York that the Yankees are playing well and the Mets, they're relevant. And my San Francisco Giants, they gotta get it in gear. They're third in the National League West. Dog. Let these clowns do their thing. They remind me of callers from the Fan. That's why I never gave out the phone number. It's 773376666.
Oh my goodness gracious, my friend.
All right, well, keep on sucking, boys. Goodbye.
That was, I mean, do you have the capability to throw some? Oh no, you don't have your board with you, right?
Well, it's packed. It's packed away. I've gotta because I gotta.
You gotta throw a round of applause on that. That was incredible.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Did you have that plan? Like that was your plan for today for the
Uh,
Open?
Not really. It just sort of came to me.
No. By the way, that was indeed Mike and the Mad Dog. So you should totally check out the Swinging Blindly podcast with PJ and Blaise, because you get guests like that very not too regularly, but every now and then they'll just drop in. So that's the beauty of the show. That was great to get their takes, but I mean, their takes aside, Blaise, let's just right off the bat, your Yankees. Your
Hey,
Yankees are doing very well. I mean, as we sit today, as I look on this website that is Google, it is the Yankees are 22-8, as you said, or sorry, as Mike said, with the most wins. Is that the? No, yeah. So they haven't played the same amount of games as the aforementioned Metropolitans, but the New York teams reign supreme as we are talking right now. And what are your thoughts on just your hometown Yankees? I mean,
yeah.
clearly the early season concerns have turned into a 7.33 winning percentage with 30 games played. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, 73 win percentage is just it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And this team has done it, I think, in a very balanced way. The pitching's been good. The defense, I mean, the pitching is near the top of the league. I want to say the defense, if it's not at the top of the
Yeah,
league,
it's up
PJ,
there.
it's right up there.
No, it is
Um,
right. I don't have the stat in front of me, but there was a stat recently that showed that they're like the top like five in general defense. It could have been more than that, but I don't want to be wrong. So
Sure,
yeah.
sure, absolutely. Yeah, and that was not the case last year. I mean, the pitching was really good last year. I should say really good. It was decent last year. It's certainly taken a step up. Garrett Cole has righted his ship. He has looked freaking awesome. He's looked like the Garrett Cole that we signed to a 10-year, $324 million contract. 10 million. That's what he gets after like 6 starts. Um, he's really righted the ship. He's given up something to the effect of 1 run over the past 19 innings, and you could say, okay, well, he was pitching against Kansas City, Texas,
No,
oh, there's one other Kansas City. Is it Detroit? No,
Baltimore. No.
no, you're right. It was Baltimore. Yeah,
Yeah.
um,
And
yeah,
and can I just say really quick? I don't like the whole they pitched a bat against the numbers being skewed because a certain pitcher pitched against a bat like a quote unquote bad team. No, these are all major league teams. Like I get the whole salary thing. I understand that there are metrics to say that these teams are lesser, but the Rangers, the Orioles, they could beat any given team on any of the nights. So no, the way that a pitcher pitches should never be diminished by the team that they pitch against. That's just me.
I agree with you completely.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you, my guy.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's just that people feel the need to do stupid stuff like that. But I mean, and that aside, just watching Cole, he's on, and the 1 run he gave up was a 350-foot home run down the right field line at Yankee Stadium against Cole Calhoun of the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, that
I
might
mean,
not have been a home run in any other ball. So.
that would have been a home run at Fenway, because
Yeah, there you go. So yeah,
and
the other one.
right, and some other places, but I mean, it was a 350-foot
Yeah. No. Wait.
home run.
And before we continue, just to speak on it, I don't, because Aaron, your manager Aaron Boone had said something about it. I don't take into consideration any of this, like would have been a home run in this ballpark or that ballpark. If you hit the ball over the fence, it's a home run. I don't care what the dimensions are. That the hitter has no say over that. They don't have any say over where the fences are. They have no say over what ball is being used. They have no say over the just in general. They have no say over or the weather. Like if a ball goes out of a stadium, if a ball goes over a fence, sorry, it's a home run.
If
That's
it
just
goes
the
out
way
of a
it
stadium, it's also a home run.
is. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And are we supposed to reward an extra run because it goes out of the stadium? Like no, like that's a home run is a home run is a home run.
Right.
As wild as it is to say, I just it's the first time I've ever seen like on social media people complaining about how this home run wouldn't have been a home run in this stadium. It's like, well, it didn't happen in that stadium.
Yeah.
Like it
Ifs and buts
happened
are
in this
candy and
stadium.
nuts.
Yeah,
Right.
what are you talking about? No, I it's and you haven't really given your full take, so I'll let you do that. But like, you should be pretty excited, right? I mean, are you pretty excited about this Yankee team?
I certainly am excited. It definitely, I'm spending more time out on the deck listening to them than even if I, was living in the house here last year. I would have spent less time focusing on them because the team just wasn't. It was not a championship ready team. I don't know if this Yankee team is, but what I'm seeing so far looks really good, and it's one of those things that everything's clicking right, and they go on the road. They've got four against a White Sox team who just managed to get back over 500. They've seemed to get in some sort of groove after dealing with some of the injury stuff that, yeah, they're dealing with, but they've figured out a way to make the band-aid not fall off for right now. And it helps that they just came off of a weekend series against the Red Sox, and we'll get to them and where they are in the AL East, which is frankly astonishing to see where they are. I mean, frankly, they're looking up at everyone else, including Baltimore. Who the hell would have thought that? So, I mean, I guess about the Yankees, yeah, I'm excited, but I'm not giddy because, hey, I'm also smart enough to know that we're 6 weeks into the season. There's a lot of season. There's still 130 games left to be played, and a lot can happen in 130 games. What you are on May 11th might not be what you are on August 11th, July 11th, or September 12th. I really didn't feel like saying September 11th there because of the tragedy. So or even June 11th. I mean, like I said, I'm happy, I'm excited, but I'm not giddy yet.
That's fair. I mean, it is just to my calculations. I could be wrong. This feels like it's wrong. Hold on, 162 divided by 30. Yeah, 5% of the season. So,
No, no,
I
we're
mean,
no, we're
is that math wrong?
yeah, we're about 15, 16% of the way into the season.
How am I supposed to do that math?
Well, 30 times 5 is 150, and then you just add 12 to that, and then you just kind of rough math it from there. That's what I did. So we're not even 20% through the season yet. So again, that means there's over 80% of the season left to be played.
Yeah,
But I'm
I
not.
don't know.
I just, and again, my expectations are tempered because of the lack of playoff success. Yes, we've won.
I don't.
We've done a lot of regular season winning the past few years, and where did I hear this? I think it was on Carton and Roberts the other day.
Oh, okay.
WFAN. Joe Girardi, Aaron Boone at this point has been a net neutral decision because, I mean, aside from the World Series that they had with Girardi, which was 8 years before he was fired, the Yankees, generally speaking, have had about the same amount of success. So, although I bet you Joe Girardi wishes he was managing in New York as opposed to Philly.
Yeah, I mean,
because he's
and
not the problem.
just to reiterate, you do 30 into 162
162.
is 0.18. So we're 18% of the way through the season. So that's just something I needed to figure out, and I figured it out. So there you
Yeah.
go. But I just want to say, regardless of what it is, that if you're a Yankee fan who has any real problem with the way the season has gone through 30 games, you got a big old dump in your pants. You do.
Yeah.
There, and I'm not, obviously not for you. You've been very you different from usual. You've been very complimentative of the Yankees so far, but they are 4.5 games up in the division as we speak right now. They are 22-8. I don't think any Yankee fan could honestly tell me that they expected this level of competitiveness going into May 11th, May 12th, whatever, what have you.
No, most definitely not. I mean, what rational baseball fan would expect their team to win 73% of their games at this
Yeah, no,
stage of things?
absolutely not. Yeah, I mean, and the only the only other team in baseball that comes close to that place is the
Queen's kids.
well, percentage wise, it's the Dodgers at 20-9 at 690 percentage, but in terms of wins, it's the 21-10 New York Metropolitans who have a 7.
Yeah,
Before I let you speak on your crosstown rivals, you the Mets having this lead has been like such a, for the Met fan friends that I have, it's incredible to them. If this, I'm already predicting, and I'm not saying I don't want this to happen. I generally root for the Mets. They've kind of become the evil empire of New York over the Yankees, even though now the Yankees are starting to play well. But in terms of, money spending, the Mets are that team to direct your disdain for, I guess. But if this Mets team blows this, if they don't make the playoffs or make a run, it's going to be a insane backlash on both sides, right? I mean,
well, look at it this way. Rich Strike won the Kentucky Derby at 80-1 odds.
yeah, which was insane. Yeah, I mean, I almost wish we were a horse racing podcast because I could talk for days about that. But I mean, and that comparing Rich Strike to the Mets going into this season, I don't think is fair because the Mets, I think, had this. I think they had this aura around them that they were going to be a team to watch. I just don't think many people thought that it would actually happen.
I'm by no means comparing Rich Strike to the Mets. I'm just
Oh,
saying that because you said that if they blow this lead, and I was just kind of making a little bit of a quip that hey, Rich Strike won the Kentucky Derby at 80-1 odds. Anything can happen. Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm with you. A seven game lead at this point, and I get it. Atlanta's starting to get their crew back together with Acuna and all
I was
that.
gonna say, Acuna hasn't been around until what, a week ago, about 2 weeks ago. So, and that doesn't mean the biggest difference in the world, but it's something to look at. But there's no reason to think that these Mets can't continue on this path.
That's for sure. I completely agree with you. I mean, to me, this division, meaning the National League East, and let's just start going around the divisions here because
Yeah,
that was what we mainly planned on doing. We'll start with the Mets as the easiest jump off
absolutely.
point. Seven games up already. I mean, it's a two-horse race, I think, between the Mets and the Braves, and certainly the Mets have built themselves up a really nice cushion. It's tough to, in 30, 31, 32 games, build up a 7 game lead on everyone, on your next closest division rival, which the Mets have done to their credit. Excuse me. And they deserve all the credit in the world for doing it. And yeah, I don't see any reason why this isn't cooling off, and 7 games, yeah, sure, that can be made up and surpassed in no time with 130 games left. Just don't know if Atlanta quite has the horses to be able to make that happen at this point, at this second. And then you look at the other teams, PJ, with
Yeah.
Philly, with Philly, Miami, and Washington, and you just have to say to yourself, not happening, not happening,
Um,
definitely not happening.
well, I disagree about the. I disagree. I think the Marlins and Phillies. I don't know. It's too early to. At 30 games in, excuse me. It's tough to write them off at this point. I think the Marlins have pitching talent. I think they have some electric offense. I think the Phillies, they made some moves. They have some big names. Like, I just think that this is going to be continue to be a. I mean, they still have a bunch of games against each other, so
Yeah,
the that 7 game lead can easily go down soon. Like, I don't want to predict it. I'm not trying to manifest this at all, but I could I don't know. This has them, and I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for them. If it's not the Cardinals, I root for the Mets. They've kind of become the evil empire, so it's kind of tough to do that. But in general, I just think that there's a chance that this could go down to the wire. Like, it's an early lead. You love to see that. I mean, the Mets are playing. This is a different type of team, but um, that's between those four, the Mets, Braves, Marlins, and Phillies. I think still have a chance to make some noise, especially considering trades, considering a lot of things, health.
yeah. I mean, I'm with you on the Braves, but I mean the Phillies. That bullpen is at best a dumpster fire, and that to me looked no further than blowing a 7-run lead in the blink of an eye. Um, I mean, it's one of
Yeah,
those
but I
things.
mean, was that crazy? Yeah, and we can speak on that really quick. Was that shout out to our guy Jake? Hopefully he helps on, but crazy for sure. That that was an anomaly. That's for damn sure. But what I would say to that is that's not a.
An
It happens.
indicator.
Yes, thank you. It's not an indicator of what is to come. It happens in a. It's a 162. So, excuse me. It's a 162 game season. There are going to be bad losses. There are going to be very very good wins. That generally speaking, that's just the way it is. I think it's too early to tell that the Mets are going to run away with the division. Do they currently have the biggest lead by a long margin? Yeah, but uh, I think in baseball, and I think you can agree with this. It's a very streaky game. Like, the as it currently stands, the Yankees have the 4.5 game lead, and the Mets have the 7 game lead, which is the two highest in each league, and they have the two best records in each league. But it's a long season, man.
I guess the point that I'm making is this. If I were a Met fan, I'd feel a lot safer about my 7 game lead than I would as a Yankee fan with my 4.5 game lead because
Yeah,
of the
that's fair.
divisional competition.
That's
That's
fair. I
I
mean,
guess that's the point that I'm making.
well, and my only counterpoint to that, and I agree with you, is that the Mets have the defending world champions in their division, so they might be picking back on them. But yeah, maybe there's a chance that they just blow out the other teams in that division. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but last year's champions, one of them is on the West Coast. Their leader, their
Oh,
I
absolutely.
mean, he was their leader, and I think one of the things that the Braves have to figure out is who's that guy. They need
It's got
to.
to be an Acuna or an Albies. I mean, it has to be. I mean, that's why they were okay with letting Freeman go. I mean, they had the Olsen, who hasn't had, he's been okay, but I think once the gang gets going again, we'll see. And who knows the moves will be made. It's an interesting time to talk baseball, because we're like right on the precipice of when moves start to be talked about. Like, guys getting sent down, moves being made, whether it's trades, whether it's signings. Like, we're kind of like right on the edge of when that starts.
Right. I mean, we're 2.5 weeks away from the first benchmark of the season, being Memorial Day. What are you
Absolutely.
going? What are you on Memorial Day? That's one benchmark. Um, I mean, to me, that's the first benchmark that I use to get a
Yeah.
sense of what you are. Um, and it's yeah, we certainly didn't see the NL East being this, at least in terms of the Mets separation from everyone else. We didn't see it being
Yeah.
this much.
No,
None
absolutely.
of us did. Um,
I don't. I let me ask you this really quick.
yeah,
I don't know, like, and this is a compliment for the Mets. I don't know how often I've seen a 7 game lead on May 11th in baseball. Like, I just, generally speaking,
right.
it seems like it's a little bit closer, but I think it's a compliment to the Mets, who are just playing out of their minds. I mean, it's a cliche thing, and I think the Yankee fans can use it too. And I think a lot of fans in general like to use this, and they can't always use this phrase. But the saying that this team is different, I think can apply to both New York teams at the moment. I mean, they're winning games that they didn't previously, right? And I think, I mean, the Mets came in with a lot of fanfare, a lot of people thinking that they would do this. But then on your side, the Yankees didn't. Like, I don't think they're up 4.5, least amount of losses, most amount of wins as we speak right now in baseball. In baseball, that just it's oh man, I got the hiccups.
Sure. Okay. I'll step in here.
Yeah,
Um, but while you get some water or whatever
yeah, I'll
you're
figure out
drinking
these
to
hiccups.
take care of that. I mean the thing is though, PJ, as it relates to the Mets have had an identity transformation, whereas the Yankees have had kind of an identity enhancement. In that Mets changed ownership, they're spending money, and they got rid of Luis Rojas. Fair or not, because I think he did get the screw job. I absolutely feel that way. He was set up to fail, and then you had the ownership change and everything, and Stevie Cohen brought in Buck Showalter, a
Yeah,
proven winner. I mean, although Buck Showalter as a manager does not have a World Series to his name, he might be one of the best managers to not have a World Series to his name as a manager.
ooh,
Um,
that'd be a great discussion.
and one we certainly could have at some point.
Yeah,
I just, to me, that's where the difference lies. Now let's go to the NL Central, where
oh boy,
the Brewers, they're on top of that. Christian Yelich, he had a cycle today. Shout
really?
out Christian Yelich. Yes, he did.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, Yelich hit a cycle today.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out. He's a recurring guest to my favorite podcast, Part of My Take. So I do root, even though he's a Brewer, I do root for Christian Yelich. That's awesome. His third career cycle, all of them against the Reds.
Well, a lot of things. A lot of things have happened
Yeah,
against the Reds.
no, it's
And
very interesting. Yeah, it's awesome.
yeah,
I didn't
and
realize that happened. You're breaking that news to me. So, yeah, I mean, just, as a fan of an NL Central team, I mean, first of all, I just want to point out that the Cardinals have played three less games. Sorry, three less games than the Brewers, and sit at 2.5 games back, so 16-13 with three less games played. Yeah, I mean, I think at the top of that division, I do not see the Pirates, Cubs, and Reds. Obviously, the Red. I mean, the Reds are a whole another podcast worthy of talking about how bad they are. But Brewers and Cardinals, I think, are going to fight for the top the entire season, and I look forward to it. I
how are you feeling about your cards right now?
so Paul DeYoung just got sent down to AAA, which I think is a move that needed to be done. I'll always root for Paul, but there are a couple guys that could be uh, utilized if were to be put in those situations.
Well,
I look forward to a Nolan Gorman, or a Brendan Donovan, who's already on the team, getting more looks. I welcome the idea of that. This is something I saw today from John Morosi, a baseball analyst, writer,
Very
perhaps.
credible.
Yeah,
Great. He's a great baseball writer.
yeah. Thank you. And he had said that if the Red Sox, who we haven't gotten to, continue to struggle, may make Xander Bogaerts available, and that the Cardinals would be a perfect fit. That's something I am not going to get too crazy over because I don't want to get my hopes up. But yes, I agree. That could be something I would love to see. I it's one of those situations right now for the Cardinals. They have the talent. They have a lot of guys that performed last year that didn't are not yet performing this year that I still have faith in. But I do believe they're a move or two away from being like a World Series contender. As it currently stands, probably not, but definitely a contender in the NL Central. It's a two-team race in the Central. It's the Brewers and the Cardinals, that's for sure.
Yeah, and
Um,
that's the way it's going to be. And do you think that Paul DeFunk can get himself right and become
I
Paul
hope
DeYoung
so,
again?
man. I do hope so. I mean, this is a guy that a couple of years removed from a 30 home run season. That's not easy to do in the major league. So there's clearly some talent there. It's just, and I don't like to say the Cardinals can't continue to trot this guy out there if he's hitting under 200 in almost 100 at bats. Like you it's the regular season, man. Like these games matter. Like I I get that it's not something the Cardinals usually do. They tend to let guys try and figure it out, and then it's too late. So I appreciate them letting him go figure it out instead, and see if if he goes down to AAA in Memphis and he starts hitting bombs and he's seeing the ball better. I'm all for another shot, but you have to explore all avenues, and I appreciate that they're. It seems that they're at least doing that. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, they've essentially said that they've become more bean counters, and that okay, the numbers are the numbers, and well, uh, and
I don't know why that makes me
sometimes,
laugh so much. But bean counters is just funny.
yeah, I mean, sometimes the numbers are numbers, and you don't always know what's behind the numbers, but just looking at the young, and it seemed to me from what little that I've seen, the defense was impacted too. So he had to be sent down.
Well, so that being said, a quote from Ollie Marmol before he was sent down was that the reason they were keeping DeYoung up at shortstop was because of his defense, which is something to like. That is a fact. Moving Tommy Edman to shortstop, that was one of his original positions, but going like Edman hasn't played shortstop in a while. It didn't seem like that's not his natural position. Doesn't mean he can't learn it. Sure, he's a Gold Glove second baseman, so you think that he could potentially transition easily to shortstop. But I understand that. Like I understand that they kept this shortstop that because he could play defense at the position, but it just got to the point where you have to sacrifice some of that defense to supplement the offense. So
Yeah,
that's
well, I
kind of
mean,
where it's at.
yeah, I mean, well, in terms of what you said about second base and shortstop, look no further than Gleyber Torres.
Exactly. Like and that's kind of what we're hoping for. Like I'm hoping for. I think Edmund is starting his first game at shortstop in the majors today. So I'm very interested as to how that goes. But yeah, I mean it's such a big topic for, and it should be. I mean, you need a good shortstop, right? I mean, you can't have like the people, myself included, for example, could talk all the crap about Derek Jeter and his defensive prowess as a shortstop, but he was a shortstop. Like he played that position like a shortstop. Like was he the best? No, but he was at very it was serviceable if not more as a defensive shortstop. And that's all you really need. You need somebody who could take command. As I'm sure you know, the shortstop is the captain of the infield, like generally speaking. So that's something that I'm very curious to see if Tommy Edman can do, because then they could bring up Gorman to be the second baseman. You sacrifice some defense, but you get the bat. It's something that I'm really interested to see how they treat it.
Yeah, I mean, Derek Jeter will never be known as this great defensive shortstop.
No, I mean he
He
has the
was
Gold Gloves, but
You're right. He was significantly above average. He made his living on the jump throw.
I disagree
That's
that he was significantly. He was not a. He was an average at best defensive shortstop, Derek Jeter, and that's being very, very generous. Defensively speaking, metrically speaking, Derek Jeter was not a very good shortstop, but he commanded the position. He was a captain, not only of the team but in the infield, and yes, he had an arm. That reason why he was a shortstop. If he didn't have that arm, the only reason why Derek Jeter was ever making those jump throws is because he didn't have the range of a Brendan Ryan,
right.
another Yankee shortstop who would come in towards the end of Jeter's career and play shortstop, because he was a way better defensive shortstop. But the thing that Jeter had was the arm, which is the reason why they even talked about him going into the outfield, is because he had an arm. But no, I will not co-sign to Derek Jeter being an above-average shortstop defensively. That's not the case. Oh, can you hear me? Hello, hello.
I lost you. I forgot.
Something.
Yeah, I'm back. I forgot to turn on my do not disturb, and a call came through. Yeah,
Good.
someone from somewhere. Probably some stupid spam thing. I still need to get used to the fact that do not disturb is now called focus on the iPhone.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
in the iOS and in the latest
That's weird.
iOS update, yeah, they've called it focus instead of do not disturb, because that really helps.
That's weird.
That yeah, because that's wow. Excuse me. That's what I think about that. A bunch of politically correct nonsensicalness.
Yeah.
So, you there? Okay.
Yeah.
I just heard silence in the earpods.
Your thoughts on my Derek Jeter take, or are you just gonna? Are we gonna
So, I mean,
move
back to
on?
that. I mean,
I would love to talk. I can talk about Derek Jeter and his defense all day. I can do that all day.
I mean, Jeter made the plays he needed to make, and to me, what makes him above average, albeit slightly, is are those jump throws. The tenacity, the leap into the stands.
Yeah, that's what everybody talks about. But that happened because he's not. That happened. I mean, there's the whole. We could do a whole podcast on my theory on that whole thing and how it's not impressive, or at least not as impressive as certain other plays that have happened. No, I do not give Jeter the benefit of the doubt that he's able to make those jump throws. See, the only reason why he was able to make those jump throws is because of his arm.
Right.
There is proven video of shortstops with better range than Jeter that can make those plays in the same spot, but don't have to do the jump throw because they got to the spot quicker and were able to set their feet and then make the throw. Jeter was just a pretty boy on the New York baseball team that was able to do those, and then they get blown up and they go on this top 10 because, oh, look at this guy jumping and throwing. No, the reason why he was doing that is because he couldn't get to the ball faster, because he wasn't laterally quick enough.
I understand that.
I could do a whole podcast on my I don't think Jeter deserved a single Gold Glove, and that's fine because Gold Gloves in general are subjective, whatever you want to use.
They're subjective.
Whatever term you want to use. Yeah, and there are times they become what is the word? A popularity contest.
Well, yeah, of course, of course. I mean, I guess the point that I'm making is the arm. Being able to throw is part of defense, is it not?
I mean, he never won a platinum glove, so that's just one of my things. But No, yes, of course they are. I've said this. The only reason, he became, like you said, the Jeter throw. Like pretty much anybody who is a baseball fan understands that. Because if this was a Colorado Rocky who was doing this, probably doesn't get the same play. But it's a New York Yankee making these dazzling, crazy throws. He's fielding the ball on a backhand, right?
Yeah,
That's what everybody as a shortstop wanted to do, which again is not the ideal. If you have the range to field the ball cleanly with your body in front of it, you do.
right.
And anybody who can do that generally has the same arm as a Jeter. But the fact of the matter is he didn't have the range. He was feeling things on a bat, and maybe honestly, he thinks that he hands it up. Like a part of me thinks that he knew he could make that throw. Yes, because what you said, his arm, his arm was an outfielder's arm. He had a great arm, probably throwing the ball 85, 90 miles an hour over there to Tino or whoever,
Giambi.
Jason or Teixeira. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Uh, you know, he's throwing that because he knew he had it. He could have been a third baseman. But he didn't have the reason why he was doing that so often was because he didn't have the lateral range to get to balls cleanly,
Right.
which is like, and if you go into it, and I can if we want to, but his metrics, like his advanced analytics when it comes to his defense, not something you want to look at if you're a big Jeter
Right.
guy.
Which
Like if you believe in the advanced analytics of defensive metrics, don't go and look at Jeter's
right. I mean,
stats. Um,
Jeter's my all-time favorite Yankee, and I will say that the only reason why he wasn't moved to third base is when A-Rod was traded to the Yankees is because Jeter that was a staple, and that
yeah.
and that would have gone over so poorly with the Yankee fan base,
Oh,
even
absolutely.
though A-Rod, say what you want about him, was a phenomenal shortstop.
Oh, Jeter, or sorry, A-Rod, and I'm a big A-Rod guy. Huge A-Rod fan. I don't know if I've ever said that to you or just in general. Huge A-Rod fan. Was by far defensive stuff. And he was so good defensively that he won a gold glove at a position that he never played until he was a Yankee.
Right.
Um, Jeter's minus 243.3 fielding runs and minus 8.3 defensive WAR just attest to his weakness on that side of the
I
ball, despite his 5 Gold Gloves. It's Jeter was a minus defensive player. That's just all you need to know.
Hey, you
And
can't candy crap. That's the edited way of me saying you can't sugarcoat. You know what? You can't.
oh well, they did by giving him the Gold Glove because he's America's
Right,
shortstop.
right. I'm not saying that's
Yeah,
right. Of course I'm not. I mean, there. I
I
mean,
well, bro, I would say I have all these numbers.
no, no.
I
What
have
I'm
attesting
saying,
to.
no,
I think it is
no. What
right
I'm saying.
that he was given those Gold Gloves.
Okay. All right. Anyhow, I mean, plenty of time to talk about Jeter. Let's,
Oh yeah, we'll have to do a
yeah,
whole episode.
let's move on from, yeah, and just because time is,
Yes, I
and
know, of
yeah,
the essence.
um, I mean, so we kind of covered the NL East, the
We did NL
NL
East,
Central,
NL
and how
Central.
about the NL West? Every team's
Yeah,
above
why not?
500.
That's that is crazy. That shocked me today. That shocked me.
Me too.
Um, the fact that the Rockies would be in second place, 16-14. The Cardinals are 16-13. Again, 1 game less played, but clearly the Rockies. They're fighting. They're fighting hard, and it's a competitive division. The Padres started out, I think, looking a little bit worse. I think the Giants had that stigma too, like in the first week or two. Are these teams regressing? Whatever. No, clearly not. The Padres don't even have Tatis yet. Their shortstop situation has been awful, and here they are, 20-11, a game back of the Dodgers, and they're gonna get Tatis back, know, what, June, July.
Probably July.
I'm still I'm waiting on him in fantasy. It's killing me. I'm about to be 0-5 in a league, but I'm still sticking with him. And yeah, the Giants just kind of we split a series with the Giants. The Cardinal. I hate to say we. The Cardinals split a series with the Giants this week, and then yeah, man. I mean, competitive as hell. You love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, do I think it's going to last for the Diamondbacks and Rockies? No, no. Eventually, they're going to come down to earth, but
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
going to be I think a pretty steep fall from grace. But it's good to see, and that's the nice thing about the early season stuff, is that teams that you wouldn't think would be where they are, in this case, in a good way. There, I mean, it's good to see that the West is over 500 in the NL. Now, to the AL. I mean, the Yankees. We've touched on that ad
We
nauseum.
discussed.
Tampa.
Can we talk about? Yeah, go ahead.
Tampa, they're dealing with some injury stuff that I think once that all clears up, they're going to be able to give the Yankees a little run for their money. And hey, the Yankees should try and inflate the whoopee cushion on Tampa as much as they can while they're down.
Yeah,
We've four and a
absolutely.
half game lead. Toronto, I mean, they're just a couple of games above 500,
Yeah,
which is surprising. Although the issue there is their bullpen. Well,
yeah.
actually, their bullpen's been okay, but it's really the starter. The starters haven't really gone deep into games.
If there's a team that I'm looking at, and I mean, we'll get to this as we do this show, but if there's a team I'm looking at to make a move at any point, it's the Blue Jays. I mean, they've proven that they're aggressive. They want to improve. They want to compete. They want to win. So don't be surprised if the Blue Jays make a move between now and the new August 2nd deadline.
Yeah,
So let's keep an eye on that. But yeah, I mean, in the bottom half, I mean, the Red Sox, I didn't expect them to be this bad.
who did?
We'll see how that goes. Yeah, correct. And then the Orioles. I mean, I think we're me a Yankee fan and me a Cardinal fan. I think we collectively root for the Orioles in general, and I can understand if it again unless it's against the Yankees. But shout out the Orioles.
Yeah, I mean they're doing better than we thought.
Cardinals play them tonight, so I mean, I guess
You're not rooting for them tonight.
not tonight. Yeah, not tonight. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean Baltimore being not in last place is either
Awesome.
one of two things. It's either A, impressive, or B, flat out depressing at how bad the Red Sox have looked.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I like to take shots at the Red Sox as much as the next Yankee fan, but we can save that for another podcast.
I mean, this team, they're already how many games behind the Yankees? Oh, it's a bunch. 11. I mean, they're already 11 games back. And again,
On the flip side for the Met fans, if they were to collapse with their lead, if the I know it's only 30 games, but let's just say the Red Sox end up winning the AL East by one game over the Yankees. How upset would that make you?
oh, I mean, I'd be pissed because I know I would. Well, because here's the thing. Like, I know that, all right, we had a 12 game lead at one point, and that went away. And yeah, I mean that'd be an absolute killer. And again,
I love
I
it.
get that it's May 11th, and
Yeah,
I get that there's 130 games to, but still, the fact is we've built up an 11 game lead on the Red Sox, and they, dude, they don't look bad. They look downright unsalvageable. They actually have. I mean, the only team that has a worse record in the American League is the Detroit Tigers.
I'm the Royals.
Oh yeah, the Royals. But that's it.
the Red Sox have the third worst record in the American League.
Yeah, and to be fair to the Royals, they have 3 less games played like the Cardinals do. So.
Right, and the Royals are a team that hey they've got a couple years of development. Yeah.
Can you do that noise one more time?
What noise?
You said the Royals are, and then you did a noise.
I was like they're I mean I need English lessons. What
It was like a.
oh. Well, because I just was struggling with my words.
It's a fart noise.
Yeah, I wasn't even trying to do the fart noise on purpose.
No,
It just
no, I'm a big fan of the. Oh, you joined me. We have the mic. Oh no, you can do this, right? We want to end with I mean, I know we have the AL Central and AL West, but again, fart noise. Do we want to end with Bretty Boy? I think he requested. Yeah, you did it again.
so I mean my feeling on how the Red Sox have looked so far is
I think yeah. I think Brett requested the mic.
I did not catch that, but we'll certainly get him on.
Should I invite
Yeah,
him,
go
you
ahead.
find it?
Oh, look at
All right.
this. 80
Yeah.
hearts. Thank you, Colorcast. Appreciate you.
We'll invite him to the hot seat. What do we want to do? I know it's 7 o'clock, so what? 5?
Well,
Wanna just
no,
do
yeah,
10 minutes?
we'll give him 10.
We'll do
Yeah,
10.
and I mean, just to kind of wrap this up really quickly before we get to
wrap it up
before
real
we
quick.
get to
Yeah.
Brett, you know, with the Central, I mean the Twins, they look legit this year. They look.
Yeah, I agree.
I was watching them over the weekend, against the A's.
And they went hard.
Yeah, they're really good at winning close games. I get it. The A's are terrible. There's.
But still.
I mean, the White Sox, they're coming back, and then everyone else, the Guardians, and we've talked about Kansas City and Detroit.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's similar to the NL Central. I think it's a 2-team race. The Guardians, I think, could hang in there for a long time, but I think in general, it's going to be a Twins White Sox type deal, and it does. And you know, it looks like that the moves that they made, because the Twins made a lot of moves in the offseason that people weren't expecting, and I think it's paying off.
Yeah, and how about the how about the Angels in the West?
Yes, a team that both of us have always said since we've known each other, like, why don't the Angels do more? They have Mike Trout, and now they have Shohei, and clearly, I mean, I don't think they didn't even really make many moves. I don't know. Did you see this the other day, Blaise? Anthony Rendon. It was in the no-hitter. The no-hitter that they just did with Reed Detmers.
Yes.
Just doing the no-hitter.
Last night against Tampa. 11th career start to do that.
Amazing. Love that. And Anthony Rendon, for the first time, his first ever left-handed at-bat.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, just if that doesn't scream good juju at you, then I don't know what it is. I mean, that's insane. So, shout out the Angels. I'll be watching that. I mean, that's a team. When Pujols went there, I rooted for them. I have a Pujols Angels jersey.
Oh, wow.
So,
I mean, and hey, so far, other than the A's, California's known how to party.
Shout out. Absolutely. Shout out Dr. Dre and
That's
Tupac.
right. The late Tupac Shakur.
The late Tupac. Yeah, man. I mean,
why'd you laugh at that?
No, I don't know, because I just thought it was funny that we bring it up on a Swinging Blondie podcast.
Well, yeah.
It's not something I expected we would
well,
say.
I mean, that's part of the reason why we do the show, because you just see.
Can you do that fart noise again?
So.
But that's around the league. PJ, please.
Yeah, I mean, Houston, you know, they're second, Seattle's third.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
And Texas, I mean, that team that team's just terrible.
Yeah, the Rangers and Athletics don't have much of a chance, but I appreciate them
going out there.
12-16, 12-19. I mean, it's better than the Royals and Tigers, so let's just say that.
Yeah,
but,
I mean,
I think this is a 3-team. and I do want to get your quick thoughts on this before we invite our buddy in.
Yeah.
I think in contrast to some of the other divisions, I think this is a 3-team race. I see this being Angels, Astros, Mariners. I can see this. Mariners are only 6.5 right now. I think that they have a lot of talent, and they've been around there. They've been around the top the last couple of years. But it's very, very satisfying to see the Angels up there with the best player in the game, and he gets more. Shout out Mike Trout. He gets more.
Well, is he the best player over
Eyes on
Shohei?
him.
I mean, I think that's something that has to that's
That's a good
something that has to
question.
be at least discussed.
Yeah, I agree. No, now that you say that, I think I have to just change my mind. I think Shohei. No, I can't give it to him yet. I can't give it to him yet because of consistent performances at the plate. If Shohei puts up another season like he did last year, it's not even a question.
I would agree. And with Mike
Yeah,
Trout, you can count on him just
if he stays
yeah,
healthy.
and you can count
Yeah,
on him being hurt once or twice every year so far.
yeah.
Um,
But if Mike Trout stays healthy, he's going to have a MVP type season. That's just what
probably will be the
I
MVP.
think that's, yeah, yeah, exactly. If he stays healthy, exactly. So that's such a weird. Oh man, we could do a whole episode on that.
Yeah,
So
and maybe we should do these types of things. All right, let's
yeah,
get
yeah. Let's invite our buddy Brett on the mic. See if he wants to join
I
us.
hear
Great
I
episode,
hear him
boys.
on.
The chat,
Yeah,
the
hello,
people.
gentlemen.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Brett said we have been amazing. So
you guys have been amazing. It's been a pleasure to tune in to the show, to Swinging Blindly, as always.
I, and
Um,
love you, man.
condolences to you and your family first and foremost.
Hard day.
Yeah, it's
Hard day.
man. We appreciate it more than you know that you've been listening and that you've been wanting to call in. So you know,
yeah. Well,
you know that from me. I
I,
appreciate you so much.
yeah, I hadn't really planned on calling in, but then something happened on Twitter, as things usually do.
Correct.
And it leaves me with a strange question. So someone with all the short porch talk at Yankee Stadium lately
Yep.
because of the comments by what was it, Woodruff, the pitcher? Did I get that right? And
Milwaukee.
no, for Texas, Rangers pitcher.
well, Chris Woodward's the manager.
Yeah,
Woodward.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Yep,
well,
yep,
so,
yep.
yeah. So someone made comments about the short porch, and then so someone shows an inlay of old Yankee Stadium and like like '08 and earlier versus new Yankee Stadium, but the inlay shows center field at 404 feet, and am I know I've had a hard day, right? But am I crazy? Like, I'm 30 years old. As far as I can remember on television, every video game I've ever played, Yankee Stadium between old and new, it was always 408.
They've kept the freaking dimensions the same.
Yeah, so they showed the inlay and they post like one source, but then I had found a counter source. But then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go into all of this on Twitter. I'm just going to call Swinging Blindly and find out if in fact I'm the crazy one. But I'm like, no. It's always been 408.
And you're talking about the batter's eye. You're talking about the black in the center field with right on the.
They posted an article from like an ESPN article from 2009, but then I had found a Riverside Ave who used to be a source for the Yankees. I believe they've since shut down. But anyway, which had opposing evidence. But I was like, I'm not going into all of this evidence versus sources on Twitter. But I was like, my memory just always says 408, no matter what, center field.
Right, right, and then you have three. What is it? 380,
like 395 maybe in left center, and then
385, and then you have 399 in right, or you flip it. Either way. But yeah, 408 dead center, and then you have and then you have 314 down the right field line. And 318 down the left field line, I think it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope. You have that exactly correct, Liz. I have it right here. It is 318 left center, or sorry, left field is 318, left center 399, center 408, right center 385, right field 314.
Yep. And then the guy on Twitter also said, and which I'm not, again, I wasn't going to get in all this, that he also said there are probably plenty of teams in the league that post numbers on the wall that aren't accurate. Do you think that's true?
What is?
Do you think there's like false measurements being posted on the wall? He's like, well, maybe it was 404, but they just put 408 on the wall. I was like, why would they do that?
I don't care. It's only 4 freaking feet.
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
I'm just wondering. I've never thought to question the integrity of the numbers posted on the wall.
Yeah, same.
I've always just thought it was legit. No matter what the number was, that's what it is.
Yeah. Somebody measured that out.
So I think that is, I personally thought, I was like, wow, that's a bold statement to say that there's probably plenty of teams out there posting fake measurements on the wall. I was like, I mean, no way.
What would it behoove? What would it behoove?
I've never heard this conspiracy about walls in baseball before. I was like, what is going on?
I mean, here's my thing. Why would it behoove the team to post fake numbers on the wall when those things aren't moving, number one? And number two, the wall is an equal opportunity place for both teams to hit the ball over. It just, Brett, I really, Brett, hang on just a second, PJ. I think we should just move on from this because it's just a bunch of bull.
Well, that's why it's at the end of the show, and it's just a silly question, because I was like, maybe my memory is just flat out wrong. That maybe it was 404, and I'm like, no, it was definitely 408.
Yeah,
I mean, the discussion has become that it wouldn't be, and first time in a long time, if ever, as a fan, where people are saying, "Oh, that wouldn't have been a home run in this stadium." It's like, well, it was in this one. Like, I don't like. What do you like? Stadiums have had different dimensions since what? Since the beginning of baseball,
right?
Since always.
Yeah.
It's never been an issue. Like
even in Little League, Little League, the outfields were different. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean Mitchell Park, and shout out Mitchell Park and Bethel, Brett. Every outfield was 200 feet. Yeah. But who's to say that? If you want to be a sleuth about it, who's to say that they?
Well, actually, in Little League now, I believe it's symmetrical that it's 205 feet around. Brett, I want to get your take on this with about 3.5 minutes left. Did you watch the Yankees game last night?
I did not get a chance to watch the.
Well, did either of you see the two pitches? The first one by Jimmy Garcia after Stanton hit the 3-run home run that went up and in above the, and it was right near like his bicep area, I believe. And then it was to, oh God, who the hell hit the ball? Who was up after Stanton? Oh, it was LeMahieu. That's who it was. And then an inning or two later, it was Loizaga who threw up and in at Bob, and Garcia was ejected because it happened immediately after the 3-run home run. Then, Loizaga throws a pitch up and in near Bo Bichette's neck, and he doesn't get thrown out. And both John and Susan on the Yankee radio broadcast were saying that the ejection of Garcia was, a little nonsense. Did either of you see the two pitches?
No.
I
saw the. I did see a video of the Yankees guy throwing at up and in. I did see that.
Well, since I moved back home, my MLB.TV subscription gets me a lot less mileage than it used to, where I used to be able to watch almost any game any night because I lived out of region. And it's a real shame that we live in such a streaming digital platform world now. The Yankees have the Yes app. Like, why are there still blackouts in regions? Why? There's got to be a way around this at some point.
It's, and it makes you wonder this: what's the value of regional sports networks? Like, what's the value?
Right.
Like, that's Like how are these
Especially at this
friggin'
point.
networks making money? I don't see how. I don't see how SNY is making money. I don't see how Yes is making money. I don't see how Nesson is making money. I don't see how RSN or Fox Sports, the big one down where you used to live in Texas. How the hell are these regional sports networks surviving enough to keep bringing us these games?
Yeah, it's just a shame, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that is, blacked out from being able to watch their teams in the areas that they live in, which is it's just a shame because the Yes used to be on the Sling app, but it's been removed for years now.
It used to be on
2-3 years at least.
It used to be on YouTube TV, which is what I have, and that hasn't been on there for a couple of years. I don't get it. I mean, but you know what though? With that MLB TV subscription, you get game day audio, and that's what I really take advantage of the most, of course.
Yeah, I do enjoy listening to John and Susan. When I'm at work, there's nothing I like more than a 1:00 game.
Mistakes.
They're not.
I roll with it. John Sterling can say what he's a legend. You'll never hear me say a negative word about John.
And his mistakes. Oh, Bretty Boy. Get him back up if he can.
We'll do.
Well, Brett, we'll get you back on for another 5. Glad you hopped on. I mean, the things of John's mistakes, they're not constant, and he does stop for just a second, and he does cover. He acknowledges that he screwed up. All right, we've got Brett back.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say, I said that I know that it's like it gets blown up on social media's John Sterling's mistakes. I personally don't have a bone to pick with any of that. I just know that it's trending. So and on some of my favorite podcasts discuss John Sterling when he
and
does
that's
that.
the talk.
So
but it gets taken so out of context because for many, if you look at it through recent lens, he's been calling majority of these games off monitors, doing his best.
Yeah. Which is the and
that's not being that's not being acknowledged. When he was at when he's calling, when the Yankees started getting home games and allowed him back in the booth, and it was at least calling the home games live, watching the field, the mistakes went away. So it's like
I'm not trying to start a
no.
PJ, I'm sorry, dude. You did.
I'm talking. I'm not talking to PJ. I'm talking to any Yankee fan that would bandwagon on a legend like that. He's a legend.
I think it needs to be discussed. I think it needs to be discussed. I think
and here's
discussed like it doesn't to me. And this is
most of it was monitor driven, and he was just I'm rolling with it. I love a 1:00 game when I'm at work, and I can throw an earbud in, and I got John and Susan for the next 3.5 hours.
The majority of the time that this has happened, it's been on the road where, for whatever reason, John and Susan are still not.
That's not true. They are stop. They are traveling. They've been traveling. So and I agree. Well, I mean, the other thing too is wait. Stop for just a second, PJ. The thing is.
Well, you said that twice. I'm not going to stop. I have an opinion. I'm saying that I don't think that's...
yeah, but they're dealing with vantage points they haven't dealt with in 2 years, and I'm an effing blind guy that's saying that they haven't dealt with these vantage points for 2 years.
I understand that, but I'm a man who can see, and every time he's done it, it's been very obvious that it hasn't been a home run. So he's making mistakes that are very, very much rightfully so, in my opinion, being criticized.
I can't argue that.
I think it's a thing that it's clearly going to be reviewed. I don't know how much longer Sterling. I'm not going to speak for Susan, but I don't know how long. I mean, he is a legend, so he'll, as long as he wants, I imagine. But it's something that has now been like very publicly, social media wise, being ridiculed, and it's just. He gets laughed at.
Okay,
B.
it's because he's with the Yankees. It's because he's with the Yankees. If he were with the Colorado Rockies, that'd be an entirely different story. And who else has broadcast? Who else has broadcast all 9 innings, all 9 friggin' innings for the past 18 years? The answer: no one else. He's calling every pitch his damn self.
No, I understand that. But like, if you make a mistake like
that, Ricardo Rodriguez does do a few games for John when he's usually in the Yankees, Spanish booth, but he does fill it, so credit to him too. He does a good job.
Ricky Ricardo's fantastic.
Are you not supposed to be criticized when you make a mistake?
I'm not saying that you shouldn't be criticized.
He made a mistake.
But the thing that I'm concerned with, and I think, Brett, the thing that you're concerned with is that there are people of our generation who all they're going to remember of John Sterling is his mistakes and not for the greatness of his announcing. That's the thing that I'm concerned about.
They gotta watch some of the Yankeeographies.
Exactly.
They're great.
I'm personally not of that ilk, by the way. I mean, it is high, it is far, it is God. I mean, I grew up on that. I'm a John Sterling fan. I'm a WFAN fan. I grew up on that shit. I just think that it's fair for people to criticize this man when he's getting these calls very wrong. I mean, there are people, like you said, Blaise, who have never listened to him, who are listening to him for the first time, and he gets these calls wrong. That's a problem. That is something that shouldn't.
But
happen.
People are also acting like this happens every day. It does not.
I agree. I agree with you. But in this day and age, with social media the way it is, with clips being shared the way that they are, with people being the way that they are, it's not something that he either has.
And thank you, Brett. He dropped off.
I think he's been more mindful of it recently, which is shout out to him. But I just don't think that the criticism is not it's warranted. It's a warranted criticism. It's a guy who there are people who would kill to do his job, yourself included. And I know that you aren't going to talk any crap about John Sterling, and I'm not asking you to, but it's just there are people who look at this and say, how is this guy getting this wrong this many times? And yes, does it happen all the time? No. But when you have the job as the radio voice of the Yankees, you open yourself up to this criticism, especially in this day and age of social media. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. And it's funny. To me, it's funny. I just laugh, and he's a legend. I mean, again, I grew up with him. I'm not hating on him as a talent. He's a legend. He's going to go in the Hall of Fame.
He should be there.
He deserves all of those accolades. But I do also think he deserves the criticism when he messes up home run calls very, very obviously.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
I know. And it's just the toxicity of social media.
Which will be there, Blaise. If we want to bring Swinging Blindly to the top, we're gonna get shit on.
Of course we are. And bring it on. So bring it the hell on. I don't care. I mean, that's the thing.
Bring it the hell on, but you can't get mad at everybody who does it.
No, but I mean PJ, I guess the point that I'm making is try doing what he's doing at 84 years old. Give the guy a little bit of a break.
Be there, Blaise. Nobody listening or commenting, none of these trolls will ever be there. That's the point. It doesn't matter. Nobody's looking at it like that. When you're on social media, when you're online, nobody looks at it like that. Is that the way that they should? Yes. A normal civil person, yes. But in this day and age, the way that the world works, to me, I laugh at it. It's funny. It is just objectively funny when it doesn't matter if it's John Sterling or Joe Schmo. If they say, "Oh, it is far, it is high, it is gone," and then it's not, that's just funny. That's just a mistake. That's funny. There are TV shows that run 24/7 that deal with people's mistakes. That's just the way that the world.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I just don't. I just don't like it.
You should be defending him, your guy, as much as you are. Like that's.
I would defend
100%.
any broadcaster, and the reason why the reason why I would defend them so fiercely, and the reason why I'm defending John so fiercely, is because these people are my eyes to get a sense of the game. Stop shitting on my eyes.
But you're not the only Blaise. You're not the only one.
I know.
Like that. Like there are people like you who rely on them to be their eyes, who are pissed at John Sterling for shit like that. Do you not think that?
Oh,
that's there are people who can't see that are pissed that they thought that Aaron Judge hit a home run and then it was caught at the wall.
Okay, I had that moment. Okay,
call.
I had that moment over the weekend. Yes, I think it was over the weekend. Yeah, recently when John messed up a call and I was just when it happened, I'm like, damn it, John, you kill me sometimes. But that was my reaction, not like, oh my god, what a schmuck. He needs to get the hell out of here.
I understand, but you're not the only person. Like there are people who you're not. You are a good person. You see that and you understand that people make mistakes because it's something that you love to do. But the fact of the matter is there are people who laugh at it and just don't care about it afterwards, and there are people who are actually upset about it. Like that's the way that it is.
Yeah.
Like that's where jobs come and go. Like that's just the way it is. I mean, the man is tenured. I imagine he has that job until he wants to retire. But you can't. It's both ways. Like you are defending him for whatever reason, but there are people who love John Sterling and have this happen and think that guy's a bum, and that's just the way that it is. Like that's just or that guy is too old and shouldn't be doing it. That's just the way that it is. Like it is not always going to be roses and sunflowers and daffodils. Like it's just that's just the way. When people make mistakes, when they're in these positions, they get roasted. That's the way that social media goes. That's the way that because everybody thinks that they could do it, right? That's exactly why it happens.
I know.
Because everybody thinks they can do it better. And not for nothing, we could do it better. We could call any game better than anybody because we are the Swing and Blondie podcast.
Right. I mean, and by no means am I saying, and by no means am I saying that John Sterling's the best announcer since announcing. No, I mean to me that will always be Vin Scully. Will I also acknowledge that maybe John Sterling is lost a few miles an hour off the fastball? Yes, I do think that. But that's also to be expected at his age. Now.
Oh, and you know who else lost a couple miles, like multiple 20s of miles off of their fastball? Vin Scully. I mean, the guy wasn't the same at 80 as he was at, it's just the way it is. And I respect, and I just want, maybe we can end on this or we can get ready to end, but I do this podcast with you because of how fired up you are about John Sterling and people who go against John Sterling. That's why, because you're so passionate about this game. You're passionate about your people. You're passionate about your team. And that's the only way that this works is because we're passionate. And I respect that. And I respect that. On the flip side, I respect the people that go after the John Sterlings. I respect the people that go after the Dan McLaughlins, the Mike Shannon. I love the guy. I'm glad he's gone. He was not very good in his last couple of years. And he had plenty of moments that could have been John Sterling, as they I guess they are saying now.
I would actually dare to say that. I mean, Mike Shannon just sounded downright sloppy. He sounded downright sloppy. Exactly. John Sterling.
Exactly.
You could never accuse John Sterling of being sloppy. And I am by no means comparing Mike Shannon to John Sterling. Because you know what? Because you know what? Their announcing styles are very different. Mike Shannon played the game. Mike Shannon is a Hall of Fame broadcaster who's unfortunately at the very end the fall from grace was not exactly gradual, and I love the guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, the man also has his fair share of libations before going on the air, but that's just something that you do it's a routine that you do before you when you do this for how many years?
He did it for 42, I think.
John
John
Sterling?
John Sterling's been broadcasting, but he doesn't. See, I don't know if John does because.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, he doesn't. He's never. John has really never sounded sloppy to me. Mike.
I'll find it for you, but there's it's pretty well known that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like I don't care what these guys do to do what they do because they deserve
Right.
all of the adulation for being the voices of these teams for how long that they are. Like it like you like. I don't think I would be defending Mike Shannon as hard as you are Sterling, but it's just the way it is. Like this happens, and I mean,
well,
10 plus years ago, this if John Sterling makes, and I'm sure he did. I'm sure all of these announcers have made similar mistakes, but it's just now it's become one of those things, and it's going to be highlighted every time it happens.
Right. I mean, do I think that it's near time for the Yankees to start working on, and maybe they are working on it, a new broadcast crew? Yeah, I do, because again, as much as I love John Sterling, heck yeah, it should. The reality is this: like, you're not relatable. He has become unrelatable with some of his references, like when Joey Gallo hits a home run. Oh, he's Pal Joey. I looked up Pal Joey. There was something from 1957. I mean, the Fibber McGee and Molly, radio show reference, to the 30s or 40s. I mean, John, I love you, and he does not, like. I don't think he uses the internet. I'm pretty sure he does not use modern technology, because he refers to the TV as a Roku, for one. But I mean that's neither here nor there. But I mean the point is you have to, especially now, and I think baseball. This is a part of baseball that relevancy is not really talked about. But I think it's important that you and I bring this up here. Is the relevancy? I mean, although, and I know you're not a Brewers guy, but Bob Uecker has sounded the same for as long as I've heard him, and I've heard the guy for 15 years. He's largely sounded the same. Although he doesn't travel like John does, but that's okay. I just, the baseball broadcasting core needs to get younger. It just does. It's time for them to get younger, because if they get younger, they're going to be more relevant. And I'm not saying have a bunch of 30-year-olds broadcasting games, but definitely people, the people that you watch tuning into these games. You want them to be able to be relatable to the people that are commentating those games. And that's a part of the baseball disconnect that is most certainly existing, and that really is not getting talked a lot about, because it's just not. What say you about that?
I mean, in general, I think that the MLB needs to listen to Swinging Blindly and hire us.
I'm with you 1,000%. 1,000%, my guy. Well, let's start a petition on change.org, and we'll
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we'll go from there. So yeah, any final thoughts from you before we sign off?
No, not at all. Just anybody who tuned in, we appreciate you, and please check out our socials, and if not, if anything, just join us here on Wednesdays on Colorcast. So Swinging Blindly Swinging Blindly on Twitter, Swinging Blindly Podcast, Facebook, and then Colorcast 6 o'clock on Wednesdays. We'll 6 o'clock Eastern on Wednesday. We will always be here to give you. And I'm not sure. Maybe you could speak on the podcast side.
These, because they're live, I don't really do a lot of tweaking to them. We just really mainly just making it getting it out there. You can subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. It'll be up tomorrow. We'll share it out, and we will be.
So we're live to tape on Wednesdays, and we are podcast available Thursdays.
That's a good way of putting it. There we go.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
So.
Which is, there you go. So every Thursday, wherever you get your podcast, if you're lucky enough to listen to us on the live recording, then God bless you. Maybe eventually, whenever the technology is available, we will be, I believe, streaming again on Facebook Live or some kind of live.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there. But as of now, it's the Colorcast, which we invite you to join us and talk baseball. And then if not, you can hear it all Thursday on any podcast platform. So just Swinging Blindly Podcast, Swinging Blindly Pod, whatever.
whatever. That's what happens. We swing and miss so much, and that's just the mindset that we develop.
Absolutely, my guy. This is a good episode.
I thank you very much, Mike.
Oh, jeez, Mike, you're back.
Yeah, I just came back to say goodbye, clowns.
Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
9.
How many wins do the Yankees have?
They have 22, so another 7 will get to 29. Another 40 after that. Well, you know what that means.
Good night.
All right, Colorcast. For PJ Geary, Blaise Bryant, we swing blindly. So do you, and you care where the ball lands, my guy?
Absolutely not.